So this is Bees. It's a collection of work based on my experiences of grief. I just want to say thank you to Steve and Alban, especially Steve for the past 2 years. And I just want to say big well done to Oscar, because it's taken us a long time to get to this point. So my first poem will be I Have Dreams from Burial. The trees twisted upwards. I remember looking up. Maybe I was on the ground because the trees twisted upwards and I felt so on the ground, this ground that was still my father. Swallow, take, undo him. All the parts and pieces of man, all robbed like man, eaten alive. And how could the earth be so? I could never understand. The leaves were matted from rain, then darkness of night, the night that took from me all parts of life. Shit on them, but the trees, yes, I remember leaves because it was autumn or perhaps winter. Either or, it doesn't matter. The ground doesn't wait to swallow. And how could the earth be so? I could never understand. Snow freeze the ground, break the digging tool, make them stop. I could never understand how the earth could be so. The world was ending. I remember my head slamming it into the ground. I watched my father buried in the winter as I sank feet under after. Nice cheery mood for you all. Okay, this is called Razor Band. Dinner shoes under bed is coping. Smashed light piece together, rowing jacket in cupboard. It's not that he ever wore, but a proof of existence. The odd moment of connection, a killer thought, deceptive in making me remember, yes, once it was good. Music printed onto endless sheets, razor and nail clippers in the drawer. He had to keep shaving down a beard that once grew, or nails, or hair. I wish anything would grow. Beard passed down your knees. How is it that everything? And where are the rows of people, memorial anthems and trumpets, eternal celebration erected through music halls? 8 years ago I lived with her. I was a daughter too, and he'd watch the sunrise with coffee and just be breathing. This is called The Path. The path winds the first time, twists the all for you, wander the words after I left, my poor brother, he must be spared, complying without want what it is to be. If I am here, the sex and the dying, we are not our parents, we are our mothers, we are our first breath of new life. I always dreamt of dying. There is lack of space to escape, lack of encouragement to breathe, lack of acknowledgement for daddy issues, abandonment of man, of mother, of today, you are man of the house. The joke of the girl without the, he looks like my dad. On the shoulders of thousands of years of abandonment, you can't be special. In that the unreliable movement of family, of hands of skin, everyone dies, but is he to blame? Must I place this upon him? I walk for the rest of my life, solitary. It spares the, I spar with, it always hunts, things you want to ignore find you. We are attracted to things we can't have, can't be. I want to, I am, I want to, I want to. White storm woman by grave, never left grave. Impossible to not see it. I could swear I was loud enough, but people do not want to smother themselves. It's the death smell. Men with no eyes ignore, find you, undress on an endless cycle. I was never sad. I wanted life to twist up into me. I could always see the trees. It was the reason I always, feet on the ground, looking up, closer to mum, looking up. We all need to stay together now. And finally, bees. In the honeybee colony, there are 3 types of bees: the worker, the drones, and a queen. The workers are all women. They're foragers, but their lifespan is between 5 weeks and 6 months, and then they die. Then there are around 100 drones, and they're boys, and they exist solely to have sex with the queen, and then their penis gets ripped off, post-sperm deposit, and they die. Their lives are already written. It could be sad, but it isn't, because 90% of wild plants and 75% of leading global crops depend on animal pollination. 1 out of every 3 mouthfuls of our food depend on pollinators such as bees. Their existence is so simple, but it's because they know their job. I don't know mine. I don't know why my dad isn't. What do I do with the tools in my hands? Thank you.